I've been so interested for a long time in when Jesus came into the world. I don't know who was alive at that time, but throughout history, you've had your people like Genghis Khan or Mithridates, or people who were, powerful and just killing like so many people to get their way, warlord types and so on. And Jesus doesn't seem to go after those guys. Instead, it's the Pharisees and the Sadducees and it's the church leadership. Like, whoa, really, dude? You're going after the church leadership is who you have a problem with, not the worst people on earth who are killing tons of people. And the best explanation I've been able to come up with so far is that if religion fails, like if you've got religion, if religion is strong, religion can tell you that Attila the Hun is not a nice guy. You can figure that out. It's if people are using the things of religion, like they're using the Bible or sacred scriptures of whatever different kind, and they're corroding that thing that's supposed to be the solution. If the solution is no good, for some reason what's popping into my mind is like if you were cleaning your house and then someone snuck something awful into what was supposed to be your bleach or the thing that's supposed to help with that problem, and it's you've got mold in there instead of bleach or something. That's yes, you're going to have mold, but you need to have something that counteracts it. And when that fails, that's why he needed to try to come and fix the religion thing. And this seems so similar.
It seems like antibiotic resistant bacteria. So
huge problem.
There can be a lot of bacteria out there that cause disease, and sure, they're bad. But that's not as big of an issue as if there's a strain that develops that the medicines we have can't do anything against.
Right.
That's why you got to guard against that and continue to innovate and watch how you. That's why they tell you, by the way, when you get prescribed a course of antibiotics, why they're like, you got to take all the days of this. You got to take it all 10 days.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, there might be some that are a little resistant to it, and then
they'll only get stronger.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
So if the medicine for the human race is, as you said, it's religion. And even when I say that right now, a lot of people will be like, oh, come on, it's not. Why do people have that reaction?
The problem.
Why do they have that reaction?
Yeah.
Because of the dragon.
It's because of the dragon. Dragon's alive and well. Yeah.
So if you have in history any number of examples of, well, we're going to go and commit this atrocity, and we're going to say, God says it's okay if we do this.
Yeah.
Then
that's right.
What's the antidote?
Yeah. What's that scripture about the salt has lost its saltiness? Then what?
Like that's somehow like that's cutting off the windpipe. Like that needs to be addressed. That's more serious than anything. That's
more
else.
Serious. That's right. Even than gangrene in another part of the body or right. Whatever you might call it.
It is said that they were seen in heaven, and they are fought with Michael and his angels, because the word conjoined them with the heavens. For people are conjoined with the heavens by means of the word. But when it was ascertained that they were in other than heavenly affections, they were cast down out of heaven. Nevertheless, after the last judgment was accomplished, it was provided and ordained by the Lord that henceforth no others but those who are in spiritual faith should have conjunction with heaven. And spiritual faith is acquired by a life according to the truths of the word, which life is called charity.
So there was an upgrade
Yeah.
in there. Swedenborg talks a lot about the fact that there were, I think it's a combination of simple, good-hearted people who have a lot of respect for church leaders and that sort of thing, combining with these hypocritical church leaders who talked a good game on the outside, and they but were really nasty and leading them in the wrong direction. And that combination was what created this sort of false heaven. It looked like heaven because there were heavenly people who bought into it, and because it had some of the trappings on the outside. But what the Last Judgment was about, which is this, what the fight with the dragon is talking about, was showing that for what it really is, and casting that down.
So related to this, it's kind of a outgrowth of this. Lucifer and Satan, or those names can be used interchangeably and are not an angel who fell from heaven.
No.
Heaven and Hell 3:1:1. Angels want me to testify on their behalf that in all heaven there is not a single angel who was created as such in the beginning, nor is there in all hell a devil who was created as an angel of light and cast out. Rather, all the people in heaven and in hell are from the human race. In heaven, the ones who have lived in heavenly love and faith, and in hell, the ones who have lived in hellish love and faith. Hell as a whole is called the devil and Satan.
There you go again. There's sort of an aggregate.
Yeah.
There's a name, and the reason that you have devil and you have Satan, Swedenborg explains. Does it go on to say that?
Let me see if he does a good job.
Unbelievable.
Here. Okay. The hell at the back, where the people called evil demons live, is the devil. And the hell that is in front, where the people who are called evil spirits where the people live who are called evil spirits, is Satan. They insisted that the reason the Christian world has adopted this kind of belief about people in heaven and people in hell is that they have taken a few passages from the Word, understanding them only in their literal meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. And so without something deeper within to guide them in their thinking about how this works, which, as we said at the beginning of this show, is losing sight of the developmental piece of what a human being is, or what the potential is and all that.
Also, you're not about to just like fall out of heaven. This is from Last Judgment 66. Once people have been received by the Lord into heaven, they can never be plucked out of his hand.
Yeah. No, that divine power, there's nothing, it's nothing greater. And so the Lucifer, that this Latin term meaning the light bringer.
Yeah.
And that's from Isaiah 14, which is associated in the Bible with Babylon, which is interesting because Swedenborg has a lot to say about what Babylon means. It means exactly what we're talking about, which is that why it's the light bringers that looks so good, right? It's something that the bright and morning star uses that same language, I think, in that passage. It's something that looks really good, but then, it goes south. It sort of uses that charm and ability to draw people astray and take them down.
So this is where Lucifer comes from. This is Isaiah 14. When the Lord has given you rest from your pain and turmoil, and the hard service with which you were made to serve, you will take up this taunt against the king of Babylon. How you are fallen from heaven, O day star, Lucifer, son of dawn. How you are cut down to the ground, you who laid the nations low, you who said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit on the mount of assembly, on the heights of Zaphon. I will ascend to the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. But you are brought down to Sheol, to the depths of the pit. So it says it right there in it, like you say this to the king of Babylon.
And you can hear the arrogance.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be higher than God. I'm going to be better than,
Yeah.
Right?
And that's not even actually about the king of Babylon. Because I'm not going to say that to the king of Babylon. I don't even know if there is a king of Babylon right now. I think it's been vacant for hundreds of years.
You Google the number, you get nothing.
That's right. It goes right to voicemail. This is Swedenborg explaining what that Babylon means. Babylon or Babel means a church, and this is good, means a church made up of people who use the holiness of the church to try to rule over the entire world. Because the church affects people, It hooks into some
It's a
special.
temptation. It's a power, and people like to use whatever
Yeah.
power is available. It's like, hey, we could use this to do what we want.
They try to do this by ruling over people's souls, claiming for themselves the power of saving whoever they want. Eventually, they even try to give themselves rulership over heaven and hell. And here's how he talks about like the fall that happens. A church made up of this kind of person is not the same over time as it was in the beginning. In the beginning, the people are in a state of fervor for the Lord, for the Word, for love, and for faith, and especially for saving humanity. However, there is a passion for dominance and rulership that lurks within that fervor.
A hidden agenda or something that comes to light over time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, but hey, this is going well, so we could use this.
As time goes on, the passion for ruling grows and eventually breaks out. To the extent that this passion is acted on, the holiness of the church becomes a means to the end of ruling. When people's goal is to rule, then the holiness of the church is used as a tool to serve that goal, and so as a means of serving themselves.
Yeah, you use people's natural sense of, well, like, no, I should be good, I should be obedient, or these are the rules, I should follow these, and then you manipulate people using that good quality that they have.
I think Swedenborg would even say, like, using the Bible, that there's something in the Bible or in other sacred texts that has power for people.
Yeah.
It matters for
people.
people.
Yeah, if you can show somebody from the Bible, absolutely. That's right. Swedenborg's so big on priorities, isn't he? Just like, yes, you can. A lot of people are looking for the same things,
Yes.
Everybody wants similar things, but which is more important to you? And if it's like, no, I want it to be about love, I want to help people, that's great. If it's because like, hey, and I'm the boss and I can control people, and then this other thing becomes second, that's where it all flips upside down.
When this happens, they not only attribute to themselves the power of saving souls, but also credit themselves with all the Lord's divine power. By doing this, they pervert all the goodness and all the truth of the church. The reason that Babel is called Lucifer, son of the dawn, is because in the beginning, is it Babel or Babel? I guess people say both.
Yeah.
In the beginning, Babel is a church that has a fervor for the Lord, for the goodness of love, and for the truth of faith. However, within the pastor's fervor lurks a craving to use the holiness of the church to rule over everyone they are able to subject. This is why Babel is called Lucifer, son of the dawn.
That's great teaching. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
And what you miss if you've got a devil who's up here and then something goes wrong with, and they're cast out and they take a bunch of people with them from heaven, and then now they're down in hell. As you say, it erodes your sense of who God is, or God's ability to sort of retain, like the retention aspect, right? Not doing well in that aspect. And it misses the free choice that's in there and the moral lesson. Like if this is just something that happened to somebody else, oh yeah, there was this guy Lucifer, and now you just got to watch out for him, or don't say that name too much or something. And, it kind of misses the point of that we all have that in us. Swedenborg says we've all got those tendencies.
You monitor yourself for those tendencies.
Yeah.
Make sure they don't.
Hey, I could really use this,
Right. Yeah. And you don't have to do it a lot. Just every once in a while, you do an inventory, make sure that you're not participating, just like you can participate in Gabriel and Michael, and make sure you're not participating in Lucifer or Satan or the devil.
Yeah, that's right.
And then everyone will be doing great. Then let's talk about Satan. I mean, since we're already in the sort of dark alley portion of this show.
Let's go for it.
This is from Luke.